Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Women in Science Baltic Fellowship 2025 Awards ceremony. Excellences, dāmas un kungi, man ir tas gods sveikt jūs Sievietēm zinātnē Baltijas stipendija 2025 laureāta apbalvošanas ceremonijā. Mans vārds ir Sandra Kropa, un man ir tas gods būt šodien par šī pasākuma svinīgā vadītāju. Un šodien mēs sveiksim 9 izcils Baltijas zinātnieces, bet tā kā stipendija ir starptautiska, tad pasākums notiks angļu valodā. The Women in Science Baltic Fellowship was established last year by the National Academies of Sciences of Baltic States in cooperation with the UNESCO National Commissions and the Ministry of Education and Research of the Republic of Estonia, the Ministry of Education and Science of the Republic of Latvia, and also the Ministry of Education, Science and Sports of the Republic of Lithuania. And last year, as you know, award ceremony took place in Vilnius in Lithuania, and then the first 9 fellowships were granted in the fields like natural sciences, engineering and technology, medical and health sciences, social sciences, and humanities. And this year, we can be sure that diversity of these research fields will be also very high, because our excellent scientists are really showing very good results in such an areas like genetics and quantum computing, also humanities and social sciences, and everything what is in between. The goal of this fellowship is to support young women scientists in Baltic states so they can really create their career here in Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. Also to encourage new students to choose this profession, become a scientist. And 9 outstanding Baltic women scientists will each receive a fellowship of 7,000 euros. And more about who they are and what exactly they are doing, we will learn in this 1.5 hours. But now I would like to invite here on stage Ivars Kalviņš, President of Academy of Sciences, Latvian Academy of Sciences, who will give us a warm welcome to this ceremony and also to the Academy of Science.
Hello to everybody, the speaker of the Saeima, Your Excellency, Daiga Mieriņa, presidents of the Estonian and Lithuanian Academies of Sciences, Excellencies, distinguished guests, distinguished colleagues, and most importantly, our distinguished laureates. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to welcome you to Riga, in this historic building of the Latvian Academy of Sciences, on behalf of this festive moment, the Baltic Fellowships for Women in Science Award ceremony. A year ago, we launched this initiative with an effective and powerful idea to recognize and support the incredible talents of women in science across the Baltic states. Today, we gather for the second time, and it is more than just a success. It is a clear confirmation that this fellowship is here to stay. It is now a strong, sustainable program that will continue to promote scientific excellence among women in our region. This ceremony reflects the close partnership between Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. We are 3 proud nations, united by history and a common growing ambitions to be leaders in science. The world of science should be open to everyone, but the path to its highest peaks is not always equally accessible to everyone, especially for young women. This scholarship is our commitment to change. We want to draw public attention to our outstanding women in science, to encourage our young women to turn to science and to prove their mettle. Dear laureates, we know that you work incredibly hard, conducting groundbreaking research, teaching and managing everything in your life requires enormous energy and dedication. You surpass the most daring expectations and set an excellent example for us all. Thank you. Today, we honor 9 outstanding female scientists, 3 from each of the Baltic countries. The Baltic scholarship winners represent different fields, but all demonstrate endless curiosity and unwavering commitment to discovering the unknown. This scholarship is more than just money. It is recognition. It is confirmation of your mettle. It is a powerful mandate to continue your important work without hesitation. And finally, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the founding partners of our Baltic Fellowship for Women in Science in Latvia, UNESCO and the Ministry of Education and Science. Your support and generosity make this important initiative possible. Ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate together the outstanding achievements of those 9 women. Let us celebrate the future of Baltic science. With that, I declare the ceremony open. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kalviņš, for a warm welcome. But we are extremely glad to have with us also here Speaker of Parliament of Latvia, Daiga Mieriņa. And it is my honor also to invite Ms. Mieriņa on stage to open this ceremony.
Ļoti cienījamais Kalviņa kungs, cienījamie zinātnieki, profesionāļi un klātesošie, cienījamās laureātes.
Honorable Professor Kalviņš, esteemed scientists, industry professionals and guests, and acclaimed laureates.
Esmu pagodināta šodien būt klātesoša un sveikt Baltijas valstu stipendijas sievietēm zinātnē 2025 ieguvējas. Šī iniciatīva ne tikai godina izcilus un inovatīvus sasniegumus, bet arī motivē un apliecina, cik būtiska nozīme ir zinātnei katras valsts attīstībā.
I'm honored to be here today to congratulate the recipients of the Baltic States Scholarship for Women in Science 2025. This initiative not only recognizes outstanding and cutting-edge achievements, but also motivates and asserts the essential role of science in the development of our countries.
Stiprinot izcilību zinātnē šodien, mēs veicinam to, kas ilgtermiņā padara mūs konkurētspējīgus. Ieguldot savos cilvēkos, mēs ieguldam savas valsts nākotnē.
By supporting scientific excellence today, we boost our long-term competitiveness. By investing in our people, we invest in the future of our countries.
Ir patiesas prieks, ka stipendijas tiek pasniegtas ne tikai Latvijas, bet arī Lietuvas un Igaunijas pētniecēm. Tas apliecina, ka Baltijas reģions zinātni redz ne tikai kā šauru akadēmisku jomu, bet kā pamatu ekonomikai, attīstībai, drošībai un sadarbībai.
I'm genuinely pleased that the fellowships are awarded not only to researchers from Latvia, but also from Lithuania and Estonia. It demonstrates that in the Baltic region, science is not viewed merely as a narrow academic field, but rather as the foundation of our economy, development, security and cooperation.
Ikdienā par to runājam maz, bet tieši zinātne ir katras sabiedrības intelektuālais pamats. Tā palīdz saprast pasauli, paredzēt izaicinājumus un radīt risinājumus. Šodienas pētniecība nosaka rītdienas inovācijas medicīnā, enerģētikā, tehnoloģijās un mākslās. Tomēr zinātnes attīstība nav iespējama bez vienlīdzības.
We rarely talk about it in our everyday lives, but science is the intellectual foundation of every society. It helps us understand the world, anticipate the challenges, and create solutions. Today's research brings tomorrow's innovation in medicine, energy, technology, and the arts. The development of science, however, is impossible without equality.
Sievietes zinātnē nav tikai pārstāvības jautājums. Tā ir zināšanu kvalitāte un sabiedrības potenciāls. Daudzveidīgas pētnieku komandas spēj uzdot drosmīgākus jautājumus, skatīties plašāk un rast inovatīvus risinājumus.
Women in science is not just a matter of representation, it is a matter of knowledge quality and also potential of the society. Diverse research teams are capable of asking bolder questions, seeing more broadly, and finding groundbreaking solutions.
Lai gan apzināmies, ka šodien sievietēm ir piedāvātas tādas pašas iespējas kā vīriešiem, viņām joprojām nāks saskarties ar sarežģītiem izaicinājumiem, aizspriedumiem un nepietiekamu atbalstu karjeras attīstībā.
Although we acknowledge that women today are given the same opportunities as men, they still face complex challenges, biases, and insufficient support in their career development.
Tāpēc, lai jūsu sasniegumi ir iedvesma jaunai pētnieku paaudzei un citām Baltijas zinātniecēm neapstāties pie sasniegtā, bet turpināt radīt jaunas, visaptverošas zināšanas un risinājumus, veicinot augstu pievienoto vērtību un mūsu kopīgo attīstību.
May your achievements to be an inspiration to the new generation of researchers and to other women scientists in the Baltics, not to stop at the current achievements, but to continue building new and comprehensive solutions and create high added value.
Zinātne nepieder vīriešiem vai sievietēm. Tas ir pētnieku darbs, kurā svarīgs ik viens talants.
Science is not owned by men or women. It evolves from the work of researchers and every talent matters.
Vēlreiz apsveicu katru no jums ar iegūto stipendiju. Paldies Latvijas Zinātņu akadēmijai, Baltijas kolēģiem, kā arī UNESCO nacionālajām komisijām par šīs stipendijas izveidi, lai veicinātu zinātnes izcilību un sieviešu pārstāvniecību tajā. Paldies!
Once again, congratulations to each of you on receiving the scholarship. And I want to extend my gratitude to the Latvian Academy of Sciences, colleagues in the Baltic states, and the UNESCO National Commissions for establishing the scholarship to promote scientific excellence and women representation in it. Thank you.
Vēlreiz sveicu jūs visus svētkos.
Congratulate you all.
Thank you, Ms. Mieriņa, for your inspiring words. Need to say that this year in total 167 applications for this fellowship were received, and we can imagine how hard it was to choose 9, the best of the best, I would say. Congratulations. And the highest number of applications were submitted in Lithuania, in total 78, which is a record-breaking number compared to 51 applications last year. So we start with Lithuania, and this is why in this field, in Lithuania, fellowship were granted in such a fields like natural sciences, agricultural and veterinary sciences, and also social sciences and humanities. But before we announce laureates, and I would like to give a floor, and this will be a video message, to the Minister of Education, Science and Sport of the Republic of Lithuania, Raminta Popovienė.
Gerbiamos konkurso moterims moksle laureatės, brangus mokslo bendruomenės nariai, džiaugiuosi galėdama pasveikinti išskirtines Baltijos šalių mokslininkės moteris, kurios savo darbu keičia mūsų regiono ir viso pasaulio ateitį. Šis apdovanojimas tai daugiau nei titulas ir prizas. Tai žinutė, kad aukšto lygio mokslą kuria ne vien modernios laboratorijos ir kompiuteriai. Jo varomoji jėga žmonės, skirtingos jų patirtis ir mąstymo būdai. Būtent požiūrių ir idėjų vairovė padeda atrasti geriausius sprendimus ir klestėti mokslui. Lietuvai didelė garbė pristatyti 3 mūsų šalies tyrėjas, atstovaujančias fizikos, miškų ir socialinių mokslų sritims. Jūsų kelias į šį pripažinimą ne tik jūsų žinių įrodymas, bet ir įkvėpimas visoms mergaitėms ir merginoms, kurios šiandien svajoja apie karjerą moksle, jūsų atstovaujamose ir kitose sritise. Kai jaunos moteris turi stiprių pavyzdžių, į kuriuos gali lygiuotis, bei šeimos, mokytojų ir bendruomenės palaikymą, jos mokosi ir tobulėja pasitikėdamos savimi. Tikiu, kad šis įvertinimas jums taps paskatinimu eiti dar toliau kurti, atrasti, bendradarbiauti, rodyti kelią jaunai kartai. Nuoširdžiai sveikinu jūs, brangios laureatės. Ačiū už jūsų atsidavimą, už jūsų atradimus ir už pavyzdį, kuris įkvepia. Linkiu visoms jums veržlių idėjų, drąsių tikslų ir sėkmės einant pirmyn.
Thank you. And to greet Lithuanian fellows, I would like to invite here on stage the President of the Lithuanian Academy of Sciences, Juras Banys, and Secretary General of the Lithuanian National Commission for UNESCO, Miglė Mašanauskienė, please.
Should we talk?
Say a few words.
So, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, distinguished awardees of the Women in Science Baltic Fellowship Awards, dear guests and colleagues, dear organizers. I'm highly honored of the possibility to extend sincere congratulations to all of you, the laureates, your professional mentors and family members on behalf of the Lithuanian National Commission for UNESCO. Today is the day when we share your joy and proud for your choice to stay on your professional path, for your contribution to scientific research, which serves our society globally. Let me express gratitude to the host, the Latvian Academy of Sciences, for organizing this inspiring celebration to honor the brightest science talents of the Baltics. I also wish to extend my gratitude to all the partners of this program, Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian Ministries of Education and Science, National Academies of Science, and the National Commissions for UNESCO, for ambition, unhesitating moral stand, and our Baltic unity. I sincerely thank the members of the juries for their dedication to select the very best among the best. I believe that despite the challenges women scientists still face in their work, progress, changes in attitudes and practices are largely driven by leaders who have ambition, clear vision, and who demonstrate by their own example the changes they seek, challenging themselves and inspiring their team members. I believe that all the laureates fully meet this criterion of responsible scientific leadership. Dear winners, let me wish you great success in pursuing your professional ambitions, your careers, not only because women have a crucial role to play in the field of scientific research and development of new technologies, but you also serve as role models for other young women and girls considering a scientific career. Congratulations.
Okay, fine. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear prominent guests, dear Speaker of the Parliament, all participants, and of course, last but not the least, dear laureates. I have not written my talk, so I speak from my heart, what I'm thinking. And I'm very glad that this competition, I would call it competition, is becoming more and more popular. As you heard a couple of minutes ago, in Lithuania we had never ever so many candidates. So I hope Latvia and Estonia will reach the same numbers or even higher numbers. So this shows that this competition is really needed, valuable, and interesting. And always I like to compare sport and such scientific competitions. Of course, you can train, you can work very hard, but in Olympics, it's only one gold medal. So in science also, there are a lot good ladies, excellent ladies, and you know it was over 70 competitors in Lithuania. So believe me, the member of Academy of Commission is sitting here, and we discussed on traveling to Riga that it was very tough competition. And it's my pleasure to greet all ladies who took part. It's very important for them. And do not worry if you are not winning from the first time. You can apply second, third, and so on, and sometimes you can win. And of course, to choose the best, it's a very complicated task, believe me. It's a big discussion now in Europe how to evaluate research. Which research is the best? It's a group Quora, which you probably know, trying to make better evaluation of science, because only formal criteria is not always the best. So there are too many criteria. So Commission in Lithuania, together with UNESCO, did a very hard job to choose. And I think they chose really the best. So not only also the same procedure was in Latvia and Estonia. It's my sincere greetings to all laureates. Congratulations, and my kind ask, do not stop. It's only the beginning. There are a lot of more prizes in the future. So you will get all of them. So congratulations, and also big, huge thanks to neighboring academies, Estonia, Latvia, ministries of all three countries, and UNESCO, not to forget UNESCO, who did a great job to implementing all this procedure. And as President of Latvian Academy of Sciences told, it's already a tradition. It's an English expression that once it can be accident, twice it can be coincidence, but 3 times it's already tradition. So I greet all of you with all this nice tradition and wish further success for all laureates. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's time to announce the first laureate, the first Lithuanian fellow. Ladies and gentlemen, Mažena Mackoit-Sinkevičienė, theoretical physicist and researcher at the Vilnius University Institute of Theoretical Physics and Astronomy, is receiving this fellowship for her research called Quantum Metrology with Cold Atoms. Please, video.
I am a theoretical physicist specializing in ultra-cold atoms and light. Together with my colleagues, we are developing new methods how to entangle and measure a large number of quantum particles in a really noisy environment. Quantum entanglement is really a holy grail in the science of measurement, and atoms are the best clocks ever. They are universal timekeepers. However, they are quantum objects, so it means that they are intrinsically noisy. So entanglement can reduce that noise. If you affect one atom, it means all other atoms are affected because they are entangled to it. So if you entangle thousands of atoms, you can reduce the noise and make signal so sharp and clear. And it's my research. So it's devoted for second generation of quantum technologies in the terms of quantum precision, quantum communication, simulation, and understanding the nature itself. It means far accurate GPS system, autonomous vehicles, timestamp transactions, coordinate energetic distribution at the highest level precision, spacecraft navigation and deep space communication, etc., etc. This prize, it's an honor for me, and it's a recognition of my contribution to science. Fortunately, Lithuania has so many talented women in science, and I am proud to be the part of this community. I'm also thankful for my dear husband and family for their support and their love, because this journey in quantum world would not be possible without them.
Tiene.
Sveikinimai, džiaugiamės, ypač kadangi fizikė, tai man ypač miela.
Dear colleagues, dear scientists, dear laureates, everyone who is here in the hall participating in this ceremony. There is an old saying that if you want to return to certain place, you need to throw a coin to its waters. But if you have 2 or more of these coins and they are entangled together like twins, an endless sea of possibilities will open up in all its versions at the same time. The sea which is rolling and the waves that are collapsing. The sea which is impressed in single wave equation. So with these lyrics, I wanted to describe our journey in science, which is full of uncertainty, but at the same time, it's full of its beauty and it's full of possibilities. Today, standing here and receiving this prize, I am really glad and honored. It's a huge pleasure to receive the prize of UNESCO Women in Science Baltic Fellowship, the program which is organized by Baltic National Academies of Sciences and National Commissions for UNESCO. Thank you so much. It's a huge step for all remarkable new generation of scientists, I think. And I am thankful also for hosts and organizers for this beautiful ceremony. I am thankful for Vilnius University, Faculty of Physics, Quantum Optics Group. It's both huge privilege and pleasure to work with you. And last but not least, I am thankful for my dear family, for my mother and sister who are here today. Thank you so much for your encouragement. And my dear, lovely husband, Jurgis, thank you for your love and support. It means a lot and it helped me in this journey in quantum science. Let's open this sea of possibilities. Remember, time is on our side and I will help to measure it more precisely. So let's throw the coin into the sea of science. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marzena. Marzena, I would like to invite you to sit on the stage, stay with us here. And we announce the second Lithuanian fellow, ladies and gentlemen, Rūta Ubarevičienė, researcher at the Institute of Sociology at Lithuanian Center for Social Sciences. And she is researching the segregation and migration in Lithuania and worldwide. Please, video.
I am population geographer. Population geography is about people and places. I study how and why people choose particular places to live, work, study, spend their time, and how these choices depend on personal characteristics and their social, economic characteristics of the environment they are surrounded. And it is important to understand when we want to explain why regional inequalities are emerging or why cities get divided, segregated by income, occupation, or ethnicities. This knowledge is important for better spatial planning, for more effective social policies, and it affects the quality of life for all of us. This award is a sign that I am on the right path and that others see my research valuable and interesting. Of course, this gives me fresh motivation to continue and seek for even more. I really like the Lithuanian saying, "Sėkmė yra pasekmė." Success is the consequence, a result of your effort, choice, consistent work, sometimes out of your comfort zone. I truly believe this is a key to the success for everyone.
Let's welcome with applause Rūta Ubarevičienė.
And one short remark, the lady is the chairman of Lithuanian Young Academy.
Thank you very much. I will keep it much simple. Thank you very much for organizing this event, this fellowship. Thanks to all the academies, UNESCO and ministries for giving the opportunity to be awarded. I'm very thankful to my colleagues in Lithuania, but also in Latvia and in Estonia that I'm collaborating with, and from all over the world, actually. And special thanks to my big family who all came here to support me and to celebrate together. Thank you.
Thank you, and also I would like to ask you to join Mažena there on stage. And it's time for third Lithuanian Fellow 2025, Greta Striganavičiūtė, researcher at the Institute of Forestry at Lithuanian Research Center for Agriculture and Forestry, and she is focusing on new biotechnological perspectives in tree microbe interactions for mitigating polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon pollution. Please, video.
Hello, my name is Greta Striganavičiūtė and I am forestry PhD student at Lithuanian Research Center of Agriculture and Forestry. My research focuses on understanding how seedlings of different genotypes of silver birch and black alder respond to environmental stress caused by polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or in shortly PAHs. Specifically, I investigate whether combining certain genotype with PAH-degrading or plant growth promoting microorganisms can enhance seedling growth and overall stress tolerance. The main goal of my work is to identify plant genotype and microorganism combinations that are most effective for phytoremediation. To achieve this, I conducted controlled hydroponic experiments analyzing growth performance, biochemical responses, and interactions with beneficial microorganisms. This research is important because PAHs are widespread pollutants, and improving the efficiency of phytoremediation could help restore contaminated sites more effectively. By understanding the specific traits of resilient genotypes and how they interact with helpful microorganisms, we can design more targeted and sustainable remediation strategies. Receiving this award has been a great recognition of my work. As a woman in science, it is especially meaningful because it encourages me to pursue even greater goals in my research and provides a strong foundation for my future career as a scientist. It motivates me to further deepen this research and to embark on new studies and discoveries, exploring innovative ways to combine plant genetics and microbial partners for healthier ecosystems and more effective environmental solutions.
Welcome, Greta Striganavičiūtė, please, on the stage.
Sveikinam, džiaugiamės.
So I am very thankful for this award. It means a lot to me. I am very grateful to my colleagues, my family, to everybody who supported me and encouraged me throughout this journey. And this award is a great start for my early career as a scientist, and it motivates me to reach even more. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Greta. And now you all stay a bit on the stage for one short picture. Thank you so much. Thank you, laureates and Ms. Banis and Ms. Mašanauskienė. You return to your seats, and we want to welcome here also musicians. They also want to congratulate Lithuanian fellows. Students of Jāzeps Mediņš Riga Music Secondary School, Aneta Duntava and Arhips Boroviks will perform us Astor Piazzolla Libertango. Please, the stage is yours. after some time. But we continue the Women in Science Baltic Fellowship 2025 award ceremony with the congratulation of Estonian scientists. From 38 applications, 3 researchers were chosen with excellent achievements in such fields like natural sciences, engineering and technology, and humanities and social sciences. And more about the laureates we will learn in a minute, but now it's time for video greeting from the Minister of Education and Research of the Republic of Estonia, Kristiina Kallas.
Dear Baltic colleagues, it's a pleasure to greet you at this year's Baltic Women in Science Fellowship Awards. Although I can't be with you in Riga today, I'm honored to join you in celebrating the remarkable achievements of scientists across the Baltic states. Now, in its second year, this fellowship shows how the Baltic states work together to promote good science and help every talented researcher succeed. The most prominent woman in history of science, Marie Curie, once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." This is the creed of science and of laureates of today's event, women who take on complex challenges with courage and curiosity. In Estonia, this year's fellowships go to 3 outstanding researchers. Dr. Renu Keetabai from the Estonian University of Life Sciences, who is developing an algal-based nanoformulation to prevent skin cancer. Mrs. Katriin Reedo from Tallinn University of Technology, who advances pyrite-based solar cells with potential use even in space. And Dr. Kertu Rosenvalde from the University of Tartu, who explores how language policies shape access and equity in higher education. Women choose scientific careers because they want to make a real difference in science and for society. Their dedication reminds us why it is vital to support women in research and ensure that every bright idea has a chance to grow. The Estonian Ministry of Education and Research is proud to support this program because investing in every single researcher means investing in a better future for us all. Congratulations to all the laureates. Your achievements inspire us and strengthen the future of Baltic science. Thank you and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Minister Kallas already mentioned all laureates from Estonia, but to greet laureates, I would like to invite on stage the President of the Estonian Academy of Sciences, Mart Sarma, and Secretary General of the Estonian National Commission for UNESCO, Kerli Gutman-Normak. Please, the floor is yours.
So, dear laureates, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to greet you all on behalf of the Estonian National Commission for UNESCO. We have come together to celebrate outstanding achievements of young women from Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia who are pursuing careers in scientific research. Last year, UNESCO launched its call to action, Closing the Gender Gap in Science. We know from our own experience in the Baltic countries that the gender gap widens as women progress in their scientific careers. UNESCO's findings also highlight the glass ceiling that prevents young women from reaching leadership positions within scientific systems around the world. These attitudes and long-standing paradigms may seem slow to change, but I believe they're shifting. That's why it is so inspiring to see the young women here who have forged their own paths in science. They combine high-level expertise with personal dedication, successfully balancing both personal and professional life. The contribution of women scientists is invaluable across all fields of knowledge, whether in the natural and environmental sciences, engineering and technology, medical and health sciences, or agricultural and veterinary sciences. Equally, women in each of the social and human sciences bringing forward new perspectives and solutions. The aim of this fellowship program goes beyond supporting a select group of brilliant women scientists. We want to send a strong message to the society that girls should never be discouraged from pursuing their aspirations to become scientists, and that such goals are not only possible, but well within reach. I would like to thank the Academies of Sciences, Ministries of Education and Research, and of course, my colleagues from the UNESCO National Commissions, for their commitment and support to the Women in Science Baltic Fellowship Program. Let's continue our work in the coming years. My warm congratulations to all of the laureates. Let's celebrate together. Thank you.
Godājais Latvijas Zinātņu akadēmijas presidents Ivars Kalviņš, dear President of the Lithuanian Academy of Science, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, you laureates. On behalf of the Estonian Academy of Science, I have a great pleasure and honor to congratulate you. This is a great day for you, and I'm very sure that you will have many similar festive days also in the future. So, as a scientists, we have to be truthful, and we should ask a question: how women scientists are doing in Baltic countries, in Europe, in the world. And allow me to bring you some figures about Estonia, which I believe are reflecting also the situation in Latvia, Lithuania, and perhaps also in Europe. So if we look at the university students, then 58% are women. If we look scientists working at the universities or enterprises, we drop down to 42%. And if we look at the number of professors, we drop down to 26%. At the Estonian Academy of Science, we have 72 members, and 10 are ladies. Well, I have also good news. We, in January, elected a new board of 13 members, and there are 5 are ladies. Well, we are doing better, because when I was elected as a member in 1990, we had 45 members and just 1 woman. So now when we look broadly and look what we all dream, the Nobel Prize, roughly 1,000 Nobel Prizes have been given in the history, and only 68 women have received it. Well, if we look the last 15 years, the situation is better. It's about 200 prizes and almost 40 to ladies. So I think we have to be aware that the things have been improving, but there is still a lot of room for improvement. Today, we have a wonderful day because 9 talented women scientists are awarded the Baltic Women Prize in Science. So once again, congratulations and good luck for the future.
Thank you. Well, and now it's time for the first Estonian fellow, Renu Gitabai, who is representing Estonian University of Life Sciences, and her research is about development of algal nanoshield and algal nanoformulation for photoprotection and skin cancer prevention. Please video.
From the very first time I looked through a school microscope at a drop of lake water, I was fascinated by the world of microorganisms. That moment sparked a passion that has never left me. In my research journey, I explored microalgae for biofuel extraction, and later through anti-cancer nanomedicine research, I discovered how biology and technology can unite to fight disease. I soon realized that algal biomolecules hold potential for advancing health and developing new therapeutics. Currently, I focus on unlocking valuable biomolecules such as vitamin D from algae and exploring their therapeutic and nutraceutical applications. For me, algae are sustainable resources that connect biology with real-world solutions for health, climate neutrality, and circular economy. Through the Baltic Women in Science Fellowship, I hope to extend my research network, foster collaborations, and create opportunities to welcome new researchers into our team, thus transforming this passion into lasting impact for both science and society.
Please welcome Renu Gita Bai.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A few words also from you, but can help someone with a microphone, please. I don't know, you won't say nothing?
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you so much. Dear honorable guests, I'm really delighted to receive this Women in Science Fellowship. I would like to thank UNESCO National Commission and Baltic National Academies. And I would like to thank my mentors who have supported me during this journey. And I'm really glad about the Estonian research ecosystem. We have support from the ministry, from ITAG, and also from the Academy of Sciences. This really gives a good platform for succeeding in research. And I would like to thank our university, Estonian University of Life Sciences, for providing me a platform for exploring my research possibilities. Further, I would like to thank my colleagues and my friends. And finally, I would like to thank my family, who is the strongest pillar of my support. And that's my son, who is crying now. And my deepest thanks to him for supporting me during the hard times of research. My brother is here to support me, and that's my brother's friend. So without them, I wouldn't be able to hold this recognition here. And thank you so much for UNESCO Baltic committees. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Renu. And we invite you to take your seat on the stage. So please, our second fellow from Estonia, Kertu Rosenvalde, is researcher at the University of Tartu, and her focus in science is on how local students negotiate English in Estonian higher education, implications for equitable language politics. Please, video.
People are primarily multilingual, and society functions in a multilingual way. As humans, we hold different beliefs about language. For example, people tend to believe that a language belongs to those who have acquired it in their early childhood, or that proficiency in a certain language is linked to intelligence, such as English in today's world. In the past, speakers of dialects were often seen as uneducated or even less advanced than speakers of the standard language. Even in today's Estonia, those who speak Estonian as a second language may still be looked down upon. My work as a language policy scholar aims to show how, as humans, we often draw an equation between language and other phenomena. At present, my research focuses on supporting pupils who speak at home a language different from the school's language of instruction. This is closely connected to a major change in Estonia's language policy, the transition to Estonian medium education. This scholarship enables me to pay attention also to another topic I have long been engaged with, the Englishization of higher education.
Let's welcome Kertu Rosenvalde on the stage.
I understand that there is something much more important here, kind of future scientists. I will keep it very short. I'm very happy to receive this award, and as for anyone else who has received it, there are so many people who stand behind me or stand with me. So although I have to stand here and kind of be nervous about saying something, then there are quite many people, generations of family members, and inspiring friends and encouraging colleagues who have enabled me to choose this path. And with my work, I do hope to make at least a little bit of difference to the possibilities of people who otherwise might be judged based on their language. So I end with 3 powerful words. Aitäh, paldies, ačiū.
Thank you. Please take your seat also on the stage. And let's greet the 3rd fellow from Estonia this year, a PhD student in engineering and technology at the Tallinn University of Technology, Katriin Reedo. Her research is about synthesis and characterization of pyrite iron disulfide, microcrystals for photovoltaic applications. Please, video.
I'm researching how we could build solar panels on the moon using lunar materials. Together with the European Space Agency, I study a mineral called pyrite, also known as fool's gold. Pyrite is an excellent material that could be used in solar panels instead of silicon. It is very cheap, non-toxic, and requires less energy to synthesize or melt. I use a unique approach called the monograin layer solar cell and synthesize pyrite microcrystals to fabricate thin and flexible solar modules. The next step will be to experiment with different solar cell architectures to increase efficiency and to test these cells in simulated space conditions. The Women in Science Fellowship supports me in sharing my research at international conferences and in visiting my collaborators at the European Space Agency in the Netherlands.
Please welcome with applause Katriin Reedo on the stage.
Choose this one. Thank you. It's a huge honor to be receiving this fellowship. A huge thanks goes out to the Academy of Research and to the Ministries of Research and Education, and of course to UNESCO. Receiving this prize tells me that I am on the right track. As a young researcher, I hope to defend my thesis and do lots more work compared to what I've done. And I would like to say to the other laureates, congratulations, and our best work is still ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you. And now please take a joint picture. Thank you. We will invite you back on stage at the end of the ceremony where the group picture will be taken. But now I would like to invite again musicians here. And please, with applause, welcome the students of Jāzeps Metiņš Riga Music Secondary School, Anete Duntava and Arhips Boroviks. And they will perform Gorka Hermosa Anantaggio. Anette Duntava and Arhips Boroviks. Thank you. Last but not least, we are approaching to greet our 3 more excellent, outstanding scientists from Latvia. And their work was highly rated in competition of 51 applications. In Latvia, fellowships are granted in field of natural sciences, engineering and technology, medical and health sciences, and social sciences and humanities. But before we see the laureates and their activities in science, I would like to invite here on video message Minister of Education and Science of the Republic of Latvia, as well the Vice President of the Latvian National Commission for UNESCO, Dace Melbārde.
Dear representatives of the Latvian Academy of Sciences, UNESCO, and the Baltic scientific community. American astronomer and Nobel Prize laureate Professor Andrea Ghez once said, "The challenge is to feed the desire to understand, to never suppress curiosity, no matter who you are or what you look like." These words remind us that the strength of science lies in diversity, in the diversity of research, discoveries, and most importantly, researchers themselves. Today we celebrate the strengths of science by honoring the best young female scientists from the Baltic states with the Baltic Fellowship for Women in Science. In Latvia, we proudly recognize 3 remarkable researchers whose work reflects perseverance, originality, and an international outlook. Dr. Monta Brīvība, molecular biologist and head of the Genome Center at the Latvian Biomedical Research and Studies Center, explores the genetic material of childhood tumors. Her research helps uncover molecular causes of disease and opens new paths for precision medicine, improving the future of healthcare. Dr. Jāna Kukaine, philosopher and researcher at Rīgas Radiņš University, combines art, philosophy, and feminist theory to study how women's relationships with nature are depicted in contemporary art. Through these stories, she invites us to reflect on well-being and the human bond with nature. Elīna Pavlovska, PhD candidate at the University of Latvia, studies behavior of different quantity of electrons, knowledge that paves the way for future quantum technologies. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the fellowship is a recognition of talent and a reminder that equal opportunities matter, as women often face additional challenges in pursuing scientific careers. I thank all the laureates for their passion, dedication, and contribution to science and society. You are an inspiration for the next generation and strengthen Latvia's image as a country of knowledge and innovation. Keep your curiosity alive and your vision forward. Science needs minds and hearts like yours. Thank you.
Thank you. And to greet Latvian laureates, I would like to invite again on stage the President of Latvian Academy of Sciences, Ivars Kalviņš, and with him also the Secretary General of the Latvian National Commission for UNESCO, Baiba Molnika. Please, the floor is yours.
Honorable Presidents of Academies of Sciences, dear colleagues of national commissions, esteemed laureates of last year and this year fellowship program, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that there are certain treasures that links Baltic countries to UNESCO. I would like to mention and start with historical centers. Tallinn, Riga, Vilnius, all are inscribed in the World Heritage List. Then, Baltic Song and Dance celebration is a masterpiece of intangible culture heritage list of UNESCO, and of course, our symbol for independence and our united wish for freedom, human Baltic chain, Baltic way, is included in Memory of the World list. And now, for the second time, fellowship program for women in science marks and strengthens us shared contribution to the world of science. And on behalf of Latvian National Commission, I would like to congratulate and thank you for your remarkable contribution to the very many different fields of science. And of course, I would like also to thank all our partners for the fellowship program for their contribution, and of course our partners, Ministries of Education of Sciences in all Baltic countries. Very, very famous Latvian poet Aspasia once said, "Every contribution becomes a part of our shared creation." Her voice in 19th century inspired women to wish for more and to do more. And I just hope that now, living in the very challenging and changeable time, we should go in the same kind beyond our borders or beyond our limitation to do something more for our humanity, to our humans. I wish you every success, and let's celebrate women in science. Aita, ačiū, paldies.
Dear audience, I think there are very many warm words already told to everybody. I would like only to thank the organizers. The organizers are not only here, the organizers are in Lithuania, Estonia, who did this very hard job to select the best women among of the best. And today we have to express our thanks also to the national committees of UNESCO, because this great support what they really gave to us in this process and organization of this ceremony. Thank you very much once more about all input. And to everybody of us who came, who is here to support, to recognize the achievements of our young, beautiful ladies, not only scientists, but very beautiful ladies. And this is really very, let's say, good for us to know that our future is in right hands. Thank you for that.
Thank you. And let's greet our first Latvian fellow, Monta Brīvība, researcher at the Latvian Biomedical Research and Study Center, and she is focusing on precision medicine and oncology. Please, video.
My name is Monta Brīvība. I'm a researcher at the Latvian Biomedical Research and Study Center, Translational Omics Group, led by Professor Jānis Kloviņš. I am working in the field of human genomics, which means that basically I'm investigating our DNA, trying to understand what goes wrong in diseases, how to prevent diseases, and how to help patients get better sooner. One of our main projects is related with childhood cancers in Latvia, where we are using the whole genome sequencing technology to understand the complex, complete genetic code of a tumor, to also understand the underlying mechanisms of that tumor and try to find new therapeutic targets. Basically, the main aim of the project is very practical. We want clearer diagnosis and smarter therapies in the future for these small children. In addition to that, recently my research expanded also to gut microbiome, or bacteria living in our gut in the same patients, because many of them are experiencing severe complications and infections during the cancer treatment. And we are trying to understand how the treatment impacts the gut microbiome composition and whether we can use these bacteria to either predict these complications or prevent them at all. In addition to being a researcher, I am also a mom of a 3-year-old, which is my main duty at the moment. I also like to be physically active, so I do running and dancing folk dances. The Baltic Fellowship for Women in Science is really important for me. First of all, it serves as an encouragement for myself, because I feel like my work matters and I should keep going. Secondly, I truly hope that it will encourage other girls and women, and also my daughter, to find themselves in science, to set ambitious goals, be confident, while balancing other responsibilities in their lives.
Please welcome with applause Monta Brīvība.
Couldn't wait for my speech, I'm sorry. So this is, thank you, this is really important for me. First of all, I'm grateful to UNESCO and the Ministry of Education and Sciences and Science Academy of Latvia, of course, for recognizing me and for the support. Secondly, of course, none of the projects are done alone, therefore, many thanks to my colleagues, especially the ones that are sitting right next to me, and they are regularly obligated to listen to all of my opinions. And then, of course, many thanks to Latvian Biomedical Research and Study Center, especially my supervisor, Professor Jānis Kloviņš, for the many opportunities that I have. And I don't know how the rest of the laureates didn't cry, but finally, the biggest thanks is for my family, for my kid, for my husband, for my parents, and for my friends. I'm sorry. I kind of knew that it will happen this way. It's not the first time, because of their patience and because of their support, the constant support, and you know, for the most of the time, they didn't really understood. They had no clue what I'm working on, but I still continue to support me, right? So thank you all. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Monta Brīvība. And Monta, please stay on the stage as well. And now from genetics and precision medicine, we dive into a completely different world, and this world will be represented by our second fellow. Jāna Kukaine from Riga Stradiņš University is focusing on plant aesthetics in Baltic contemporary art, women's stories and experiences. Please, video.
I am Jāna Kukaine. I am lead researcher and assistant professor at Riga Stradiņš University. And my research focuses on contemporary art, which I explore by merging two theoretical perspectives. One of them is feminist aesthetics, and the other one is critical plant studies, which is aligned with the plant turn, which is this new development in social sciences and humanities. So I explore contemporary art. This is the place where I gather data. That's why here today we are in contemporary art exhibition at KIMS. The exhibition title is The Intelligence of Plants. And my purpose is to develop a new theoretical perspective which combines these two disciplines, which I would like to call vegetal aesthetics or plant aesthetics, and which will be botanical in its form and critical in its content. This fellowship for me is a big honor to represent contemporary art and to really show the society how contemporary art actually is very important for us, because it provides valuable knowledge and it's a field of contemporary and very timely research. I'm also honored to represent social sciences and humanities more generally, especially in today's world, where we can see locally and internationally some kind of doubts and suspicion towards science, especially humanities. And in this world, which is defined by the condition of post-truth, I believe that art and contemporary art maintains its truth-telling capacity.
Let's welcome Jana Kukainen on stage.
Thank you. No, something's wrong. Paldies. Nebūs vairs? Būs vairāk.
It's nice to feel this bitter smell of chrysanthema. A reminder that plants, these invisible and silent companions in our everyday life, are actually more than just an object of beauty, but they are the foundation of our life. And today my loving gratitude goes to all the women and all the men whose courage has encouraged me and whose care and kindness has graced me and allowed me to grow. And I'm especially grateful and honored, and I feel very humble also in this, to the jury members and all these many institutions which are behind them, that they allowed me today to be here among these researchers, that they gave me this extra recognition, extra boost for my work, for this enhancement of my voice and encouragement to continue to do what I'm doing and to stand up for democracy, human rights, and freedom. Thank you.
Thank you. And you also are invited to stay on stage. And please welcome our third laureate, researcher at the University of Latvia, Elina Pavlovska, and her research is challenging as well, from two particle collisions to collective states, analysis of electron correlation in mesoscopic colliders. Please, video.
My name is Elina Pavlovska. I'm a PhD candidate in physics at the University of Latvia. And due to technological advances in nanoelectronics, it is now possible to control individual electrons, to control and isolate individual electrons with unprecedented precision, thus opening a completely new class of experiments. My work introduces theoretical models and concepts, sometimes adapted from different other areas of physics, but now to nanoelectronics in a way that nobody has done before. And I work together with experimental groups worldwide, which allows me to test my quantitative models together with their experiments to validate them. And one of the devices I focus on is a tiny collider of electrons that is made on a small semiconductor microchip. You can also think of it as a small tabletop analog of the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. And the methods I have developed there provide a new framework of studying states of matter that are not occurring naturally, yet are very promising and central to applications in quantum technologies, for example, quantum sensors or quantum computers. So I start every day with yoga and meditation, because it makes me feel the same sort of calm and collectedness as actually doing science. This fellowship to me is not so much about individual achievement. It's about highlighting women in science, the contribution of women in science, and about showing that there is a place for women in physics as much as there is anywhere else.
Let's welcome Elina Pavlovska.
I might be the one on stage today, but my path was far from solitary. At first, I would like to thank my family, especially my parents. You shaped who I am, and you backed me in whatever I wanted to explore, ever since I was a child. And to my husband, who has always been the first one to hear my ideas, and who agreed that getting married on one day and lecturing at 8 a.m. the next was completely normal for both of us. And of course, to my mentor and supervisor, Professor Vyacheslav Skashcheyevs, who has guided me with such incredible, infectious energy, and also remained a very grounded and human support well beyond the science. I'm very grateful today to share this moment with my family, friends, colleagues, and the remarkable women here. So thank you to the Baltic Academies of Sciences and UNESCO for this honor.
Thank you, Elina. And also time for one picture. Thank you. You can go back to your seats, and we will be asking you to come back on stage a bit later for the group picture. And now, let me invite again on stage Aneta Duntova and Archibs Borovics. They will perform Autumn Leaves by Josep Kozma, covered by Juris Rizos, please. and Harkivs Borovics. With this nice performance, we are almost closing this ceremony. It is so nice to see that in Baltic states we have so many excellent women scientists and that you are really doing amazing things, and big science can be done not only far away somewhere in leading centers in other countries, but here in Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia. And I think that what you are doing, it's so important that it helps us to live in really much safer, healthier and interesting world. Once again, thank you so much, and I would like to invite you all here in front. We want to congratulate, and there is one more person who wants as well to congratulate you. Please come here on the stage, and soon we will take also the group picture. To take maybe with you, because we'll be taking picture as well. Yeah, come with a diploma and flowers. And also I would like to invite Laura Treiman, a Deputy State Secretary of Ministry of Education and Science of Latvia. Laura Treiman will also say a few words.
Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here. It is my pleasure and honor to convey the sincerest congratulations on behalf of the Ministry of Education and Science of Latvia to the distinguished fellows of the Women in Science Baltic Fellowship Program 2025. Women in science, we should not take it for granted, because it is a testimony of a hard-won battle for a society in which women are respected and the women's perspective is valued and recognized. This award is about that. Women in Science is about science where there are no conditions that exclude women, where there is no glass ceiling, and there is equal opportunity. Women in Science is an award about that. When we look at Latvia and the Baltics as a whole, we see that our countries are among the European leaders where women are represented in higher education. But when we look at women in leading research positions, the picture is quite different. So Women in Science is about that. It's about giving opportunity for women to be leaders. Because women in science, that means a constant competition with expectations of what a woman's role should be in society, what her choices should be. But this award is about a choice of a woman not to stand aside, but to take lead and to use all her courage, all her intellect, all her resilience for the good of the society. I salute you for your perseverance. I know it was not easy. Congratulations. And now I would like to give a small token of appreciation from our ministry. Congratulations.
Thank you, Laura Treimane. And we want to ask as well all the presidents of academies of sciences and secretary generals of UNESCO, please join our laureates on the stage for the group picture. And all friends and family members and colleagues, please wait a bit with your congratulations. You can really postpone your congratulations just a bit, because after the official photo session will be over, there will be time for personal congratulations. And Lithuanian, Latvian, and Estonian fellows want to as well take a picture separately with the, or this is over for the group picture? It's okay. Okay, so with this, I think the official ceremony is over. I would like to thank everyone who came, everyone who made this ceremony happen. Of course, thank you to Academies of Sciences and UNESCO and ministries for this fellowship to be possible to really celebrate science. And we continue to celebrate science also after the individual congratulations here and next door, next to this audience. So have a nice afternoon.